right then, who's hiding them?
Jurassic World Evolution 3 is a mere 124 days away. Now, while that seems like a lot, it's going to be here in the blink of an eye. So a lot of people have been talking about the different types of content we're going to be receiving versus what we're not going to be receiving. Everybody's kind of been more held up on what animals are we going to have removed from the game versus what animals are we going to have brought back to us, all that. It's the Pokedex situation all over again. And then the other issue is, what is Rebirth content going to be attached to the base game, or is Rebirth content going to be spread out through DLC or expansions? And I want to bring in, that'd be like the trifecta, the three main topics of the main three topics that are kind of floating in the air right now is, what animals are coming back, what animals are we going to be getting, or, is Rebirth happening, or what is connected with Rebirth. And then the third one is my topic of discussion, Cenozoic species. Now, a while back, I made a comment that I was a little frustrated with the trifecta of Dino Tubers, Best in Slot, Gaming Beaver, and Evolution Square. Naturally, you can't actually be angry with them because they're not allowed to talk about it. Of course they were invited out, of course. And, it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, well, when the big YouTubers start making videos on it, you're like, man, I don't think we're going to be getting this game. And then it turns out, while they're making their videos, they already know it's happening. It's 100% confirmed in their side. And it makes me kind of wonder, what else do they know that we don't? And it must be nice to be one of those big dino tubers, because what I wouldn't give to have this information locked up here in the vault. And of course, there is more that we have not been told. And I want to speculate a theory today that one of the biggest topics that people have been requesting, alongside baby dinosaurs, let's not forget that is a massive topic, that baby dinosaurs are coming to the game. That's not small. And I'm not going to undermine it. I'm not going to make it look like it's not that big of a deal, because it's a massive deal. But the one topic I want to bring up is the Cenozoic species. That is another thing that a lot of us have wanted to receive. And as of now, we have now gotten every single animal that has ever been on screen for a Jurassic film or a Camp Cretaceous. However, we are still being haunted by the ghost of a Smilodon. And I firmly believe that there is no way they would not have put that in there if they intended. There wasn't even a toy for it, which is odd. They did something that no other Jurassic franchise has done, or no other Jurassic project has done apart from the games. We're not talking about Jurassic World Alive or Jurassic World Park Builder or Jurassic Park Builder. We're not talking about those, because those are not canon to anything. And it's still kind of on speculation whether Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous stuff is all 100% canon. It's kind of all over the place. However, they did give us something that, and that was a Smilodon. That was the only one. There was nothing else. There was no other Cenozoic species, no mammoths, no mastodons, no giant sloths, nothing. So it was a little weird that they really did go all out to show us that, hey, guess what else we have? We don't just have dinosaurs. And when Diego pops on screen for just a short moment and is gone and then is back again and then eaten by a Spinosaurus, it's just kind of like, was that their way of just making fun of us? Was that their way of just teasing us? I don't know. Or was that their way of saying, like, look what else we can do. Look what else our team of geneticists can do. So if you can bring back a dinosaur, of course you can bring back an animal that's been extinct not nearly as long as a dinosaur has been. Now, I have a theory that this particular project, a Cenozoic species expansion, could very well be something that they're working on as well. It's not going to be available at launch. And while I've been sitting here going, that's going to introduce like a whole new, I was like, originally I was like, they wouldn't do that. They would not put all those species in a game and not put them in at launch. And then I sat and thought about it, because they may just want to kind of work on this part first and then give us a Cenozoic species. Maybe we had like the Secrets of Dr. Wu, and then that's when they introduced all the hybrids. Maybe they'll be doing like this is what Wu has been a part of on the side. He's not just trying to bring back dinosaurs anymore, he is trying to bring back Cenozoic species. So my speculation is that we may still be getting them, just not at launch. And I know a lot of people have I've read a couple comments saying, no, if they were going to be introducing something this big, it would have been in the launch trailer. Because your launch trailer typically is where they want to show off all their brand new awesome features. And they kind of did in a way, and they kind of didn't, because we weren't introduced to swimming creatures until a few days later when they gave us the trailer. And then at the very end of it, it's boom, blink and you miss it, a swimming Spinosaurus. And we are aware that there is more coming to this game that we are not allowed to know about yet through Evolution Square and Best in Slot. They have said that, there's more they can talk about, but they can't right now. So they know more than we do, obviously. They were invited out to this event, so of course they know a lot more than we do. Hey, Universal and Frontier, I can pack a bag in like 10 minutes. Just let me know and I'll be on my way. So it turns out that there is more content that we are unaware of at this time. So could one of those things be Cenozoic species? Could it be just that? Not one of those things, but could that be what we don't know about yet? We have already received, dog hair everywhere. We of course know that two of the biggest things people have wanted are now being brought to us, and that's going to be the modular building, which stresses me out just thinking about it, but I'm going to try. On my PC, I'm not worried about it at all, because I've played Planet Coaster so much that, in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, that I played a little bit of Zoo Tycoon. I've played that too, but a little bit of Planet Zoo. But there's too much DLC for that. I don't even know. It's like $200 worth of DLC I don't own at this point. At least that's what I'm guessing. And they keep spitting more out. I hope that Jurassic World Evolution 3 has the same lifespan that that Planet Zoo has, because that has been going on for a long time. And I don't even know, have they even ever announced like a Planet Zoo 2? I don't think they will. Because this game, if they do, it'll be a long time down the road, because the first game still has its lifespan still going. So hopefully Jurassic World Evolution 3 has that same lifespan where it goes on. They seem to quit after about 2.5 year line. But Planet Zoo's been going strong for a long time, so maybe they can keep going with that. And then eventually down the line, we'll get a whole Cenozoic species pack. I mean, if you look at certain games, it's not uncommon to introduce a brand new feature to a base game. I mean, look at the Planet games. You have... actually, I'm going to look at Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Let's look at Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 for a moment. That was Frontier. That was when they branched off from Atari. No, they were still with Atari at that point. But it's a great game. It's a beautiful game. And then you have your base game, which is, of course, your roller coasters and all that. And then all of a sudden, they give you a DLC expansion where not only have you introduced water rides, so now we have a water park, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Splash, and then you have another expansion come in of Wilds, so Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Wilds, where they introduced animals, dinosaur animatronics, new ride mechanics, animals that you could ride on the back of for tours. It's going to show that a large-scale expansion that doesn't just introduce a couple new dinosaurs, it introduced a whole new line of species millions of years apart from each other. It's not an unheard of thought. So I do think that we could be getting Jurassic World Evolution 3 Cenozoic expansion soon. Maybe not right after the game's release, but don't know, a few months down the line, maybe half a year, they go ahead and be like, all right, I think you guys have waited long enough. Here's a massive expansion. Or they could kind of do the tidbit where we kind of get like about halfway through the game's lifespan. I call it the Monster Hunter technique, where they release the base game, they give you some small expansion or small DLC and free updates with new monsters, new content, and then about a year in or so is here's a massive expansion that makes the game twice as big, if not 3 times as big, with even more monsters and even more DLC and free update critters and all that. However, I do feel like they could possibly do that with this game, with it being probably, most likely, 100%, the last game in this series. They may want to go big or go home. And they're already proving that they're going big. So, baby animals, you got to think that with this expansion, there would be new baby animals to go along with those. So, baby smilodons, mammoths, all that stuff. They could even be like, all right, we'll do this, but unfortunately these animals cannot breed, and then they could kind of put something in there in the game to say, unfortunately, due to the way these animals are created, breeding is not a possibility for them, whatever. So, let me know what you guys think below. Do you guys think that this is going to be something we will receive? A full expansion for Jurassic World Evolution? What do you think? Let me know below. And if you guys would like to leave a like and subscribe for more Jurassic content, it would be greatly appreciated. We are now over 4,100 subscribers. Wow. So thank you guys for that. You guys are bringing us up big time. So let me know what you guys think below. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you guys for helping me get as far as we have. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. We'll get there probably in the next 10 years. But no, thank you guys so much. You guys have been awesome. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Brooding Gamer, signing out.